This is Autoline Daily, the show dedicated to enthusiasts of the global automotive industry. Elon Musk's involvement in politics has cost Tesla billions of dollars in lost vehicle sales. According to a study from the National Bureau of Economic Research by Yale University economists, Tesla's U.S. sales between October of 2022, when Musk purchased Twitter, and April of 2025 would have been 1 to 1.26 million units higher if it weren't for Elon donating to Republican candidates and leading the Department of Government Efficiency under President Trump. The study estimates that EV and hybrid sales of Tesla's competitors increased by 17 to 22% because Musk's partisan politics pushed away Democratic-leaning buyers who are Tesla's strongest customer base. And speaking of EV sales, J.D. Power is forecasting a big drop in U.S. EV sales this month, and it all has to do with the federal tax credit going away. It's projecting just under 55,000 electric vehicle retail sales in October, down 43% compared to a year ago. EV market share is also expected to fall to 5.2%, down from 8.5% a year ago, and September's 13%. And that slump is part of the reason the overall market is expected to be down as well. J.D. Power estimates 1.25 million sales this month, down 7% from a year ago. Japanese electronics company Sharp is following in the footsteps of China's Xiaomi. It revealed the second version of an EV concept called the LDK Plus, which it refers to as a compact minivan. While Sharp might be best known for making TVs, it also produces kitchen appliances, AC units, washers, and dryers. And with the use of AI, it wants owners to be able to control all of those things from inside the LDK Plus, which is just like Xiaomi. Plus, Sharp also makes smartphones. Foxconn bought a controlling stake in Sharp in 2016 and is expected to manufacture the production version sometime in 2027, since the concept is based on Foxconn's Model A. The first concept version of the LDK Plus was revealed last year, but its shape looked more like a Volkswagen van again. For the first time in a decade, electric vehicles won't be included in China's 5-year development plan for 2026 to 2030. New energy vehicles, which includes BEVs, plug-in hybrids, and extended-range electrics, had been one of the strategic industries included in China's recent plans. While the country has become the #1 EV market in the world, it's currently struggling with overcapacity, too many brands, and a price war. China's president said that with the new 5-year plan, which will be revealed in March, that the country needs to avoid developing and investing in the, quote, same new productive forces.
Developing today's vehicles. Issues can happen in an instant. When's the best time to solve a problem? The minute you know you have one. Meet Wireless NeoVi Cloud, your secure, off-the-shelf solution empowering real-time collaboration for quick resolution. With Wireless NeoVi Cloud, your team can prevent issues before they can escalate. Driver communication data and remote diagnostics to analyze and resolve your problems using OTA, allowing your executives oversight throughout the process. Wireless NeoVi Cloud, your vehicle update solution in production and on the road. Intrepid Control Systems, driven by your data.
Another automaker is partnering with a Chinese company to avoid paying CO2 fines in Europe. Mazda announced that it's teaming up with its Chinese joint venture partner Changan to pool emissions. Instead of paying fines, automakers that don't meet CO2 targets are allowed to combine emissions with companies that have earned credits from selling EVs. Mazda also has a different pool it formed with Tesla that Stellantis and Ford are also part of. Earlier this month, Nissan pooled its emissions with BYD, Mercedes is pooling with Geely, and SsangYong from South Korea, which was renamed KG Mobility, is pooling with Xpeng. So, not only do European automakers have to compete with Chinese automakers in their own market, they may have to pay them billions of euros for CO2 credits. Infiniti's flagship SUV, the QX80, is getting the Nissan GT-R treatment. The company is showing off a concept version at the SEMA show that's powered by a modified version of the GT-R's 3.8-liter twin-turbo V6. It's able to crank out 1,000 horsepower thanks to custom turbos, intercoolers, exhaust, and an upgraded fuel system. In addition to the engine, the model also features the GT-R ceramic brakes and GT-R-inspired wheels. The Jeep Grand Cherokee is getting a styling refresh and an all-new engine option. But instead of turning to the Hurricane inline 6-cylinder, Stellantis developed a brand new clean sheet 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo that will first debut in this new Grand Cherokee. It has the same bore and stroke as that Hurricane 6, which is why it's called the Hurricane 4. But that's about where the similarities end. Stellantis was kind enough to invite us out to the Dundee engine plant where this new power plant is made. And here's Ashish Dubey, the chief engineer of the Hurricane 4, describing what is probably its most unique feature.
Looking at different mechanisms, efficiencies, performance, integration cost, and complexity, we narrowed it down to turbulent jet ignition. So Maserati started it on a, call it production vehicle program. We are taking it mainstream now, so it's going to be high volume, taking motorsport technology to every Jeep customer, they can get one. Turbulent jet ignition, it's a passive pre-chamber technology where we have...
Yeah, let's go over to the table because you've got a display right here that'd be awesome to show the people.
So this is what Maserati started with pre-chamber. It's a passive design where you don't have a fuel injector, you just have a spark plug which sits right inside the pre-chamber. And this is what we ended up with Hurricane 4. So you can see it's a day-night difference.
Yeah, between the two, massive size difference.
The top where the combustion happens, it's almost identical, but how we adapted it, because again for us, it was important that we account for what Jeep customer does. Jeep customer always also replaces spark plug in their garage. A Maserati customer may not do it, right? So all those things on how do we make sure that it's the right adaptation for Jeep customer, for a North America customer, that's what we tried to do here.
But there's still a lot more to this engine beyond TJI or turbulent jet ignition. It has 2 plugs per cylinder and both port and direct injection. Those plugs can each be fired on their own or together, while both injection systems can spray fuel individually or together. Stellantis says getting the software just right was the hardest part of this new engine program. But in the end, it makes 20% more power and uses 10% less fuel than the current 2-liter engine. The Hurricane 4 officially makes 324 horsepower and 332 pound-feet of torque, and in the new Grand Cherokee, it gets 23 miles to the gallon combined. I'll be posting more of that interview with Ashish, so if you want a deeper dive into this new engine, be on the lookout for that video. But that brings us to the end of today's show. Thanks for tuning in.
Autoline Daily is brought to you by Bridgestone, solutions for your journey. CSP, the composites solution partner. Intrepid Control Systems, over-the-air engineering, boost your game. And thanks to the following YouTube and Patreon members.
At CSP, we work with OEM engineers across the country on their journeys to lighter, safer, and more eco-friendly vehicles. Learn more at thecsp.com.
Knowing that a little rain won't slow down your day, that's what really matters. Bridgestone Turanza Quiet Track tires, confident control in wet conditions.